What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be going through exactly how I'm going to go and get to basically $1 million funding in 2026. So this is the plan, the blueprint of what I'm actually looking to do overall. So for by this time next year, all goes well. Um, this is what is going to look like. We're going to have 50Ks. We're going to have 10 50K accounts. We're gonna have 250K accounts, and we're gonna have a 200K FTMO account. And I want to also break down exactly why I want this format and where we are currently at as well. Because right now we currently have about five evals. Currently, of course, we're down $400 on them. Well, that's no problem at all. We'll make that back in no time and get those accounts funded as soon as possible. So, number one, let's start off with 150K accounts times 10. Currently, as you saw, we have about 50K evals that we were going to pass as well if all goes to plan. The goal for the 50K accounts times 10 will just basically be for base hits on Alpha Futures as well, because Alpha Futures actually has like a consistency rule of, I believe, like 40%, and the max payout is something like 1.5K. So it wouldn't really make sense for you to make days over $600 anyway on Alpha Futures, which is good for people that just want to build that sort of base hits, consistent income that way as well. So the whole point of this will be to go for base hits of $400 to $600 days, with a max payout of 1500, which would basically mean like a minimum of 2K per payout weekly, if of course everything's consistent and consistent wins as well, because we're gonna have 10 accounts. I'm even writing it. This shouldn't even be 2K. This should be 4K with 10 accounts. With five accounts, it's gonna be 2K. With 10 accounts, it should be like 4K if we're only withdrawing $400 per account. So that's the whole point. I don't want to be in a position where I have to make so much on one account to get the full payout. I want to just make small on lots of different accounts and then compound it together to then hit those milestones that are necessary, which is why we're going for so many 50K accounts, and scale accordingly from there as well. So we're even looking to even go even more than that on the other side and get even more 50Ks. But like I said, this is just the base plan of what I want it to look like overall. Naturally, as the year goes on, things might change. I might see a better angle, I might see a better alternative. Or maybe even say the 250K accounts have been scaled to a large degree and I can just use those. Anything can happen, but it's just like the base overview as well. So that's the reason why I've chosen the 50K times 10. It's just to have the base hits of $400 days, with the max payout per account of 1.5K, and then go in for the $400 payouts basically. Have the five, I believe, five winning days, and then have the $400 payout on the sixth day. So we can always build that buffer as well, which would be dope. So like I said, I want to also build. That's another thing on the accounts. I want to be able to build buffers too. So of course, the first payout we get on the accounts, I want to make sure get the payout as soon as possible, so it can pay for everything can pay for itself. That's the whole point, and then we can then reinvest and go from there and scale accordingly. Because say for example with the 50Ks, the 550Ks that we currently have, like I said, unfortunately it's down right now. But once it gets funded, we get this passed. If all goes well, get it passed, and we get funded, the whole point would be to also create that barrier, get past the 2K buffer as well. And then, of course, on the sixth day, like I said, this is all optimistic, right? This is basically not losing a single trade during the during the what's it called, the building buffer phase, or even during the evaluation phases as well, because that's where everything comes in. So this is basically the base plan overall. I don't know how many accounts I'll have to get to these goals. I don't know how many fundings are going to be blown. I don't know how many. I don't know. This is just the plan of what I'm going to do. And it also gives some people inspiration of what they're looking to do as well to get to these type of numbers too. So this is what the goal is, mental goal. Now this might fall short. It might be 20, it might be 30, it might be 50, it might be 10, it might be 5. Who knows? But this just gives you like the right sort of frame, and when you map it out like this, you know what you're working towards without much pressure as well, which is good. So that's a good goal for the 50K times 10 overall. Now we go into the middle, which is a two times 150k accounts, and I want to highlight as well. Most likely it's going to be TPT because I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about them. I've been hearing they do daily payouts as well. So the whole point of these accounts will be the daily base hits as well. Like I wouldn't say base hits, but like the daily profits in that sense. So with the TPT, we can just be going for 1k days, 2k days, 3k days, consistently trailing stops with the daily payouts. So I believe once you get the daily payout, and you've gone past the buffer, you can just quickly just be spamming daily payouts all the time, which is dope. You know, that's cool. And even with the daily payouts, okay, you get the daily payout of 1k, 2k. You can then even use that to reinvest in more 150k accounts if you want, and just scale out even more and copy trade all of them on Tradeovate. Um, so, like I said, the possibilities there are endless. The whole point of this journey, I don't want to be using, of course, like I said, I've paid for them already. You have to use your money at some point because you need to grow. But I want to use the payouts to then grow more and more and more to the point where I won't even need to scale up any more accounts and have like 40, 50k accounts and those type of numbers. And I see it people doing and it works well, with base hits as well. So imagine having, so this is 10 4k, like that's what I say, 4k consistently. It might not always be the case, but imagine you have 40 accounts. Now you're timesing that about 4. Again, 16k weekly if you have like a winning streak and stuff like that. So that would be the goal for that. So anyway, for the 150k account, we want larger trades with daily payouts, 1k days, 2k days. That's what we're going to be aiming for, 1 to 2. Most likely it's going to be 1k days because we're going to be risking like $450 per day just to get that buffer as well. Just consistency, go, build a buffer. And then once we get past the 4.5k buffer, then we can start pushing on for the payouts daily. Just see, push on, payout daily. Boom, $500, 1k. Okay, I even made $200. Payout. Just keep paying out as much as possible, and staying out of the buffer zone and the drawdown zone as well, which is the key, which is good. Then we also have the FTMO 200k. So right now, we're currently working on like a FTMO on. We're currently working on an FTMO 100k account, which is not the best at the moment. I'll be honest. Their fees, commissions, all that is crazy at the moment. I'm not going to lie. FTMO's fees and commissions on trades has been insane. So it's really, pushed me back a little bit in that sense. Because even on the account that I'm on right now, is the commissions is actually dragging the account and dragging the challenge longer. Which isn't the best. But for the 200k account that I will get sometime next year as well, it would be basically like a swing account. We want it to be like a swing account. Have the look for the daily charts, the 4 hours, the larger time frame sort of trades, and just set that and leave it for like a month or a couple weeks or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever, and just let it do its thing. Let it pass it, function, clear and simple. Also, what I'm looking to do with this FTMO as well is create some sort of EA with an extra 100k account. Create some sort of EA. I know max allocation is 400k on FTMO. I want to create some sort of EA that just constantly trades the market for me on the back end on one of the FTMOs too. Which would be dope. I know a lot of you watching this, you probably be like, hey, if you're gonna do all of these, like buy all these accounts and stuff like that, why don't you just put it all in a live? Which I totally understand, but I just always feel like, I don't know, me personally, I think prop firms are a good level to actually just start getting those base hits. Of course, the goal is to go live at some point, but it's just like getting those base hits in, just getting that consistency in the market more. Then once you're using your own money, it's more consistent there. Because like I said, if you're not able to, like I said, there's lots of rules and stuff like that, so I can't even say this with my full heart. But if you can't get funded and get some payouts and stuff like that, it's gonna be quite tough for you to go on your own live account. You might not agree with me. I totally understand. You might have a different experience. You might have been doing funders for a long time. Then you went in the live and you crushed it. I'm so happy for you. That's absolutely great. But from what I'm seeing is like, funded accounts allows people, beginners, to get themselves in the markets and actually start seeing some returns from a ground level as well, without having to put too much into it as well. To get one of these sort of accounts, let's say 150k account, you basically have to put 4k in account and then start trading it directly like that. And naturally, if it's stuff that you've worked for and stuff like that, most people won't want to do that. So that's basically the point there. But yeah, going back into the 200k FTMO, want it to just be a swing account, want it to be consistent, get those base hits in, make sure it's as consistent as possible, make sure there's no messing about. Just have every order analysis, look for the sweeps of liquidity, look for the bigger time frame, the bigger picture, where is it going to go within the next week. So we're going to be looking at things from a weekly standpoint, and then just get those hits like that. So basically, yeah, so that's basically the overview. We are looking to target 100k to 200k a year. With this strategy, like I said, we might fall horribly short. We might even break even, but this is what the plan would be optimistically, and we always try and stay optimistic as possible on the channel and overall as well. But yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm not saying that the first 10k, 50k that accounts I'm gonna get, I pass and I'm gonna get the payouts. I don't know. I might blow all of them first, then get a new 10, blow all of them, and then get a new 10. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get one at some point, scale up that one, and then go again. I don't know what there is to. Only God knows what's gonna happen next. I don't know. I'm just myself. But what I can do is strategize and see what the plan would be overall. So this would be the goal for the year next year overall. Like I said, you can do this. We have consistent 10k months. Like I said, you have like a system like this that's paying off. Consistent 10k months shouldn't be too much of an issue if you are consistent in your strategy and you know what you're doing overall. And with the 200k FTMO with swing accounts, smaller lot sizes, going for longer sort of trends, is good. You just see an extra 20k there, you see an extra 15k, extra 10k for the month once you get a payout on the swing account. Not a problem at all. It might take a lot longer to pass the eval because it's a swing account, but it's more consistent. That's how you actually build that longevity as a swing trader properly. Like I said, of course, day trading is amazing. People are making big moves with day trading, but I'm talking about the long-term swing trading. This is what the big banks do. This is what the big traders do. They leave it for a good amount of time while having other things that go in for them, and growing that way as well. And then investing in other things. Like most people have their own trajectory in terms of trading. My trajectory for trading is, of course, to build like a foundation with trading, of course, as well. And I do like trading, but is also to grow from a business standpoint as well. SaaS, AI, do something business related and reoccurring revenue related as well on the other side too. So I would say it's great you guys all want to be traders, and it's great you want to have a plan to become a trader consistently, and trading something you can do literally day in, day out, and do well with it and have a consistent income from it when you have the right strategy, 100%. But you want to also look at potential end goals on the other side, that if you go on a losing streak, or you're in a rut, which happens, or you're having mad FOMO and stuff like that, you have like a different form, a different stream to focus on as well, as much as possible. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you guys are new, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to be documenting the whole journey as well, and just basically showing exactly what I'm going to do to achieve this. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, but like I said, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.